Precisely. Two best buds. Precisely. Drinking beer and talking about stuff. Precisely. Bo and Tony. Precisely. Playing and reviewing games. Precisely.
What's up, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast number 21.
Number 21, we made it.
Hell yeah. How are you, Tony?
Good, man. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. My name's Bodacious, and I am with my co-host, Tony Sickle.
Is that like bicycle or popsicle?
Popsicle, I was thinking. I don't know. I was trying to think of a good name.
Well, bosicle sounds better.
Bosicle actually does sound alright, because that's like more like bicycle, but whatever.
Well, I was thinking like popsicle.
Oh, alright. So we were both on the same page then.
Yeah.
How was your week, dude?
It was great. Busy. Rainy.
Yeah.
Super rainy.
Super rainy near the end of the days. It felt like usually the day was golden and fine, and then it turned out like really hard rain the rest of the night.
Yeah. Miserable.
Yeah. Were you working in it?
Not much, no. I mean,
My drive
was
homes
wet.
were like super rainy,
yeah.
but that was about it. The other day, like, we had a tornado warning, and I was about to clock out, and the girls before me, Ruthie and Iris, shout out to you ladies from the listing trailer, they they clocked out, they went to their cars, and then they ran back in, and they're like, it's really windy. I'm like, all right, I'm done with my work, see you guys.
Yeah.
And I just left. I called my lady, I'm like, yeah, there's supposedly a tornado coming, but I'm just going to drive home.
Yeah, we don't get tornadoes here.
That's what I think. Like, we live in such a, not like a mountainous area, but it's not flat area where
Yeah.
we are.
I guess north of us, they get them sometimes.
Yeah. So I think it landed in like Indiana, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
or something like that. I saw an image from like Kutztown,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, where the cyclone was like actually coming down from the sky. It was a really cool picture, but like it didn't land there or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any disasters happened, but
They just love hyping that shit up to get people excited, you know?
I think so too.
Oh, I cursed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been getting complaints just from my parents actually. So yeah, that sound is the coin jar,
The swear jar.
the swear jar. Not it's a coin jar for swear words. So pretty much we have to call each other out on cursing to
Yeah.
put a coin in the coin jar or swear jar. So don't call yourself out.
Okay, well, you know what I would like more if it was a cookie jar.
And you throw cookies in it?
No, you ate a cookie out of it.
Dude, I ate the biggest cookie earlier today. It was like hand-baked cookies, and like this cookie was seriously like the size of my face, and it had Reese's Pieces like
Oh, it
crumbled
sounds so
into it. It was so big, so delicious, but I was so filled up from it. Like it was
Yeah.
that big. I was just like, I can't even eat actual lunch after this cookie. So big. But yeah, it was really good, really rich. Anything exciting in your week of events?
Not much, man. I'd say it was a pretty normal week. And that's it. Working tomorrow again, so.
Yeah. So my boss's father, who works with us, Phil, he always carries a pistol on him. I work at a salvage yard, and he shot it like literally like 10, 20 feet away from me, but I'm in this area where I have walls all around me and a roof around me, but I'm still outside, and he shot his pistol at me. Not at me, but like around me, and it just echoed so loud, and I was on the phone with my wife, and she's like, oh my God, are you all right? I'm like, I don't know, I might be bleeding. I'm looking all around. Like, I knew I wasn't shot, but I was just like playing it out. But yeah, it was so freaking loud.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when people get shot, they don't even realize it at first. Like, they're in shock, you know?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Or that's how, like, the movies portray it to be, at
Yeah.
least.
It's just that shock, of being shot.
Yeah.
So what are we drinking on?
We are drinking on Sunshine Daydream. It's award winning, and it's a session IPA. Got a big old chunky dude out front on the
Well,
can.
it's from Fatheads Brewery, so that's why the chunky dude's on it. I'm guessing it's the owner, maybe brewer, maybe no one that they actually even know.
Maybe someone with a couple heart problems.
Damn, Tone. It's a good beer. It's a 4.9%. Definitely hoppy for a session IPA or pale ale, but very drinkable.
Yeah, I like it nice and light.
Yeah,
It's good on this warm day.
and it tastes like a big beer, but also goes down like a easy drinking beer too.
Yeah, it has a good balance, I think.
Yeah. I like the can too. Bunch of peace signs, bunch of hops around the fat dude's face who has like a quadruple chin, and the peace sign out with peace sign bandana and sunglasses and a Hitler mustache.
Yeah, and those Willie Nelson braids.
Oh yeah, it is Willie Nelson braids. I like that.
They're definitely an old school hippie if I ever saw one.
So yeah, if you like pale ales or IPAs or easy drinking beers, definitely get this. It's called Sunshine Daydream by Fatheads Brewery. I like it. You watch any good movies?
Yeah, I'm always watching good movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched this new movie on Netflix, The End of the World or whatever, Edge of the Earth. I don't know, some Netflix maybe. It was alright.
It's one of those.
It was alright. It's a bunch of kids like saving the planet.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Like a kid movie, though.
It's a family movie, I would
like
say.
a teeny bopper movie.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that with my padre, and I watched the Motley Crue movie again, The Dirt.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
Dude, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good enough to watch it again.
I could probably watch it a dozen times. Honestly, it's that
Wow. Okay, I need to watch it then.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in a row, but like space
Yeah,
it
yeah.
out over a year,
Absolutely.
a few months. Yeah,
It's just like that funny and that good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you want to be a rock star, dude. It
Yeah.
makes you want to do drugs and just like party like a nut.
Yeah.
But
That's how I am when I watch like art movies or like street art movies or
Oh,
whatever. I'm just like, oh, I want to just create art and like bomb the city.
yeah, dude. Or how about I remember when I was a kid, there was some Never Back Down came out. We all went to see that at the movie theater, and it was like me, David, and Buddy Riley, and we get outside the movie theater and we're all just like wanted to fight each other. You know
What is it?
It's an MMA movie.
Oh.
Like this.
Let's fight.
This
now.
guy moves to a new town, you know, and then he
Yeah.
like starts to learn MMA and he's fighting and stuff. But yeah, dude, it just gets you all amped up and you're like, oh, or you go watch Fast and Furious and you want to just like freaking sling through gears on your car and drift around corners.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely. I just watched the movie Glass, which has Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson and this other actor that I don't know that does a great schizophrenia act. I should know his name, but like I've said before, I'm really bad with actors' names. But Glass is a movie that M. Night Shyamalan made, and it's the third rendition of this like trifecta of movies. But in this movie, they keep mentioning how this is the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
You know, like this is what's going to start everything. So, yeah, we should pause it because we need to look up this dude's name.
Spike Lee.
It's not Spike Lee,
I'll
the dude that made Marvel.
look it up. Just keep talking about it.
God, we sound like dumbasses though. So either way, the first movie is Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, and Samuel L. Jackson is born with like this crippling disease.
Dude, it's Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
See, I was
that's what it
close.
is. Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll keep it in. Maybe we'll see. But Sam has this disease where like his bones are essentially glass. So if anyone like touches him, punches him, if he falls, like his bones break right away.
He got that extra sensitive skeleton.
Pretty much. So he's not like a superhero in any sense, but he's super smart. And his mom gave him comic books at a young age to go outside. Like, she would pressure him into like going outside, even though he was scared of the outside because of all the dangers. With a comic book, she'd be like, "You see that on the bench over there? That's a present for you, and it's a comic book. So every time you come out, there's a new comic book."
Oh,
You know,
okay.
and he loved comic books and he studied them, and he believed that mutants and people with superpowers were real.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So he met Bruce Willis, who survived. He was the only survivor of this train crash, and it killed hundreds of people. And he was the only person that survived without any scratches or anything on him. And he was like, "You're a superhero. Like, have you ever been sick? Have you ever been injured?" And Bruce was like thinking about it, and he's like, "No, I haven't. You know, like, I've been in a car crash before, but I walked away from that, you know." And crazy. And then, like, 10 years later, this movie came out called Split. And Split had nothing to do with Sam or Bruce, but it's about this guy that abducts women, like young women, and he has like 30 different personalities.
Yeah.
And anywhere from like a 9-year-old kid to a woman to the Beast, it's called. And the Beast is like the worst of them all. Like,
I think I might have seen that actually.
yeah, like really crazy, scary thing.
What's the main character look like?
He's bald.
Yeah, kind of a small dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah.
So that then interlays in with Unbreakable for the third movie, which is called Glass. And Glass brings all three of them together. And this lady like captures all of them, being like, you're not special in any sense, you know, blah blah blah. Like, Bruce and the schizophrenia like fight each other, and they know how powerful each other are because they know how powerful they are. And it was like a very like head-to-head competition. And she brings them together and pretty much tells them that they're not special. So it like breaks them down. And then Sam, being locked up in this like hospital area, unlocks himself, gets both of them out, and is like, "You guys are special. You know, you guys have superpowers." And he essentially makes them compete against each other while all the surveillance cameras are recording them.
Yeah.
And he sets it up to show to the whole world.
Well, don't spoil the movie for me.
I'm spoiling all of it. I'm sorry. This is spoilers. But it's amazing, and I really believe like after this movie, like there's going to be a whole new like X-Men type series from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, really? They are making a new X-Men movie.
Well, I mean, this is going to be M. Night Shyamalan since Stan Lee's dead. You know, like other people are taking it on, but he's doing his own thing where it's like, you know, comic books are a thing, and these people have these supernatural powers, but in real life, people have supernatural powers too.
Yeah.
It's just all about believing in them and believing in yourself that you can conquer anything.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and it was just like, it was really cool. It didn't get the best reviews. Like, Rotten Tomatoes gave it like under a 40%, which is bad.
Rotten Tomatoes is nuts, man. They don't know.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, some movies are great and they review them bad, but at the same time, like, I was reading like the commentary from reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes, and like some people had really good things to say, and I was just like, cool. Like, I definitely believe in that. Like, where the first two movies were so good, and then the third one was very cheesy, but it's also like comic books to me are like very cheesy. Yeah. You know, like where it's like these unbelievable things that are happening, but you got to portray it some way, you know?
Yeah.
So either way, like, I think there's more that's coming out from Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, he's good, man. I like his movies.
Yeah. Was Sixth Sense his first movie? I remember that.
It might have been, yeah. He did The Grudge too, I think, right?
Did he?
Maybe not.
He might have.
Or he did other movies.
I
like
know The
scary
Grudge was
movies.
like a Japanese movie originally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe I fucked that up.
Curse. Put a coin in. Put a coin in, Tony. Put a coin in. You missed, but we'll count it.
It's a rimmer.
A rimmer?
Yeah,
Didn't go in, though.
yeah, but it hit the rim.
So what do you think about the recent Pokemon presentation?
It was super boring.
Yeah.
It was super hard to listen to in the beginning, especially.
Yeah, I watched it this morning while having breakfast and getting ready for work. And it was like 40 minutes, and it was just like a snooze fest. Like, I was...
It just took them so long to get anything out.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, even like there was no action going on stage. The guys didn't even seem excited who were talking, you know?
No.
They were
And that
just-
might be like a different cultural thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And it's more of a business thing also, you know? It's not really for like us to get excited
Yeah.
about video games. It's about them announcing business plans, you know?
Exactly. But really wasn't exciting. Like, if it's still a business meeting and stuff, make it exciting for the investors,
Yeah.
you know? So one thing that I did like, though, was Pokemon Sleep. Like, I've been an avid Pokemon Go player since day one. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I've wanted to talk about it. I play it all the time. And I'm level, like, 36, which the cap is level 40.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm up there. You know, there's a lot of level 40 people. I think they should raise the cap so people that are level 40 still have something to do if they've caught all the Pokemon, which is really hard to do since they're always releasing new ones. But Pokemon Sleep is opposite of what Niantic, the company that made Pokemon Go, originally like wanted to do, which Pokemon Go was all about walking and going around your city and catching Pokemon that way and taking steps to hatch eggs and getting Pokestops for new items and this and that.
Yeah, it's about trying to get you to be more active, I guess.
Exactly. So the Pokemon company was like, well, what else do people do all the time? You know,
Yeah.
every day. And it's like, they sleep. Does anyone else have the niche on sleeping? No. So how can we make people excited to sleep? So they came out with the Pokemon Plus, it's called. So the Pokemon Plus was for Pokemon Go, and it was this little like badge that you could wear
Okay.
on your jacket while driving, while walking, whatever, without having your cell phone out. And it would light up whenever you're like by a Pokestop or a Pokemon was there, and you could press it and get the items, catch a Pokemon, whatever with it.
Yeah.
So this is the Pokemon Plus Plus, which is the dumbest name in the world. Like, why? Why do you have to name it that?
Yeah.
You know, like maybe plus time. I don't know. Just name it something
Plus
else.
2.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb name, but either way, they named it the Plus Plus. It's this thing that you put by your bed, and it tracks how well you sleep. So I don't know. They didn't really go into anything, really. They just showed an image of what it is, a guy sleeping on his bed with the thing next to him. And I'm guessing it levels up your Pokemon, or maybe like your buddy Pokemon that you walk with that gains candy that way. So the better you sleep, like the less movement that you do, the more it walks or sleeps, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've no.
I'm
no
wondering,
clue, man.
like, so like you can have a Pokemon buddy that's one of your Pokemon that like you essentially want to evolve eventually, but you don't have enough candies to evolve it, and it's like that rare of a Pokemon that you don't ever see it in the wild. So you have it as your buddy, and like right now I have Licky Tongue as my
Okay.
buddy. You
Yeah.
need 100 candies to evolve it, plus a certain stone, and I'm up to like 94 candies with it. So I just need 6 more candies. I already have the stone to evolve them, but it takes 3 kilometers of walking to get each candy.
Yeah.
So I'm very close to it. If I can sleep and get those kilometers by sleeping well,
Yeah.
I'm totally about that.
I feel like it might be a different thing though.
I think it's going to be the buddy system. What do you think it's going to be?
What do you mean by the buddy system?
Well, like Licky Tongue's my buddy. Like you can
Yeah.
have one buddy.
Yeah, so maybe it's gonna be the buddy thing, but it's like I don't know. I guess
They want to reward you on
for
how well
sleeping
you
well.
sleep.
Yeah.
And they mention like I believe they mention like, you know, not having your phone with you. So I feel like the phone has to be in a different room, has to be on like a table.
Yeah, I guess the idea is, if you're looking at the blue light, they call it or whatever, it can mess up your
Sleep patterns.
Yeah, or will to fall asleep.
Yeah. So this thing stays by your bed while you put your phone on the desk in the bedroom, and it works via Bluetooth to each other. So why not just switch those and put the Pokemon Plus
Further away.
further away on something that doesn't have any movement?
There you go.
And keep looking at YouTube videos before you go to bed.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably see if you're using your phone, but what you could do is link it.
Oh, yeah, it probably does.
Link it to an old phone just on Wi-Fi or something, right?
True.
Leave it, your old phone,
I like that.
in your house and the Pokemon thing. You go to work all day. It's 8 hours.
But would it work on the same account?
I don't know.
Because I get my steps even without Pokemon Go on.
Yeah.
Because it goes under like the health app.
Yep.
That I have through the iPhone.
Yeah.
So like whenever I'm walking
Oh
around
yeah,
work,
so you couldn't be stepping and sleeping.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh
Dude,
wow.
but what if you sleepwalk?
I love it.
Extra points. Here.
Yeah, right. I love it. I mean, that's definitely something to considerate, and like I'm sure, the Pokemon Company is wondering like, how can we make this unhackable? The best way.
Yeah, I
Or,
think they
like-
do a pretty good job at that, huh?
A little bit. I don't know. Like the whole Pokemon Plus that they had was literally a thing that, if you drive over 20 miles per hour, you can't catch Pokemon. Pokemon won't show up. You can't do the Pokestops,
Yeah.
anything like that, because they don't want people driving while playing Pokemon, which makes sense. But the Pokemon Plus would allow you to get those stops and those Pokemon because you're not looking at a phone. You're just like touching something that's buzzing on your collar.
Yeah.
So you just press it, So, I don't know. I'm interested in it. I'm totally down for it. Like, if I can get better sleep through this, too, like, and actually, like, play it right, the way that they want me to play it, I'm fine with that.
You think do you sleep? Where do you put your phone when you sleep normally?
Right next to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put mine like under
Like,
my
under
pillow.
my pillow. Yeah. I'll charge it under my pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, dude. I don't play Pokemon Go, but I don't know if that would work for me.
I mean, it wouldn't work for you if you don't play Pokemon Go. There's
yeah,
no
but
reason
even
to
if I
have it.
did, like that's my alarm and everything.
Yeah. So they would have to have like an alarm feature on it too, I feel like.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like getting up, like you put your phone down, you're about to fall asleep, you get a text, well you check the text quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to get up out of my bed or whatever, check.
Like when I call you late at night and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what we need to talk about
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
like,
podcast.
Oh, I just laid down.
Yeah. I'm like, listen to me.
Not even late. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but you go to bed early, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. So they also talked about Pokemon Home, which is an app on your cell phone that brings all the like recent Pokemon games together. That's like a Pokemon bank for your Pokemon. Another
like
thing
a
with this-
PC?
Like another thing with this presentation is they said Pokemon, the word Pokemon, more than any other like presentation in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm
1
about to
million
say it,
times.
literally in like 8 different languages. If you
No,
haven't,
Pokemon is the same in every language.
yeah, well, everything else was in like 3 or 4 different languages. Like if you haven't seen this presentation, please watch it because it's so funny.
Yeah, it's like it's so hard to listen to in the beginning because they translate. I think they translate in like, or the guy speaks in Japanese, and then they translate to Chinese, and then they translate to English.
Yeah.
So
It's a little
in
ridiculous.
between like every phrase, it's
So why they did that is because China just allowed video games into like their region.
they allowed video games, or they?
Yeah,
I
there's
thought
like
that they were just partnering up with them.
there's
kinda.
been like a big ban on video games in China for the longest time,
Oh, I didn't know
for
that.
decades.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy.
That seems like a hot spot for video games to me.
It's one of the biggest populations, so yeah, you would think so, but because it was like a certain like dictatorship,
yeah.
they just didn't allow it for the longest time. So now they are. And China's like getting a new Pokemon game that I don't believe we had in the States or anywhere else, but they're like having their own thing, which I didn't write down. But Pokemon Home, like it allows you to access Pokemon Go Pokemon. It allows you to get your Let's Go Pokemon. It allows the new one that's coming out for the Switch, Sword and Shield Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then I believe also some of the older 3DS games like Sun and Moon. So you can connect with all of them and transfer different Pokemon
Oh, that's
from
awesome.
either thing just from your cell phone,
Yeah.
which is cool. Like you don't have to have anything else on. Where like Let's Go Pikachu, you have to connect with your cell phone via the Switch.
Yeah.
Like
That's like Bill's PC, right?
what's
in
that?
the original Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
where you
essentially
that's
yeah.
where you stored your Pokemon.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
could take them in and out of your party.
Where originally it's like someone's PC until you meet Bill.
Yeah.
And then it becomes Bill's PC.
Yeah.
You're like, cool, Bill, thanks. Thanks for making this PC.
You're the best, Bill.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also introduced those Pokestop things, right?
What's that?
I believe that's what, or Poke Center.
Oh yeah, they made some new Poke Centers. Like in Tokyo, they made one, and
Yeah, I guess they're gonna put them in airports and stuff or something.
Yeah.
Or they have one in an airport. What do you think about those?
I would love one to be like closer to us.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's fly to Tokyo.
I love how they're like, this isn't about just selling merchandise and this and that. It's about people to meet other
Yeah, it's
fans of Pokemon. But like
And
the
hang
picture is literally of like every Pokemon plushie that you could possibly buy in
Yeah.
any size.
all
you
the
know?
Pokemon
Yeah.
swag you could ever imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I would totally go there. Like, it's like a tourist stop.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a giant gift shop of Pokemon.
Yeah. I'd probably like stop in and not buy anything.
Yeah, I don't think I would buy anything. I have a Squirtle plushie that we got from Dave and Buster's, like with a bunch of tickets that we won,
Yeah.
or points that we won. You know, it was like, there was nothing else that we wanted to get. I was like, here's a little Squirtle that we can get for 500 tickets. So we have that. I have that displayed downstairs, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think about shiny Pokemon? Do you know anything about shiny Pokemon?
I know that they're rare.
Yeah. So in Pokemon Go, they've been releasing a lot of shiny Pokemon, and they started releasing shiny Pokemon in the Game Boy games, starting with Pokemon Crystal. So that's where you first saw shiny Pokemon, and it's a different color Pokemon, usually the same stats and all that, but just a different color that shimmers. So for anyone that's like a high enough level that's playing Pokemon Go, that literally has almost every Pokemon, there's that rare chance that you might, go onto that Eevee in the wild,
Yeah.
and it's actually like a yellow Eevee that like is glimmering, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a shiny Pokemon. Like let me feed it berries. Let me use an Ultra Ball. Like let me make sure I catch this without it.
Are they more
running
difficult
away.
to catch?
I don't know if it's more difficult, but like my stress level goes crazy when I see a shiny Pokemon. I'm
Gotta
like,
have that
I
shiny
need
Pokemon.
it. I need it. I don't know why I need it, but I need it. And mainly it's like just to like evolve it and show it off at a gym that you took over. Like, oh, let me put this shiny Pokemon that probably, one of 100 people might have too.
Yeah.
So it's just like everyone at Pokemon gyms, for the most part, around my area at least, like wants to show off the rarest Pokemon. Like Pokemon that other people don't have. It doesn't matter if they're like super powerful or anything. They just want to show off the rarest stuff. Because it's like, yeah, I've been here. Like some of them, are region locked. So like to like find a Kangaskhan, like you need to like go to Australia for.
Really?
Yeah, but
So
like
you'll
I've
never
seen,
get that?
but I've seen them here. You know,
Yeah.
not in the wild, but I've seen them at Pokemon gyms.
Transplants.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's like really ridiculous. So to me, I had this thought earlier today while driving home. Shiny Pokemon are like the albinos of the Pokemon world,
Yeah.
or
They're
the
rare.
unicorns, I guess. Which ones do you think, unicorn or albino?
Probably albino, yeah.
Yeah, something or unicorn, because like I feel like a unicorn would glimmer too.
Yeah, it probably would, but unicorns aren't real.
Wow. Have you ever seen the movie The Last Unicorn?
No. Is that a real thing?
It's
I feel like you just made that up.
well, no, it's a real movie. It's an animated movie, but the whole like plot of it is that if you believe in unicorns, like you truly believe in unicorns,
Yeah.
you'll see them. If you don't believe in unicorns, you'll still see them, but they'll just be a regular horse.
Good enough, man.
They're dope, dude. It's a great movie.
Yeah. I don't believe in unicorns.
All right.
Do you?
I
No.
used to. I feel like the older you get, like the less that you believe in certain things.
Yeah, I'm super skeptical, man. I question everything.
I used to believe I was a squirrel in a past life.
Why?
I had this like
Because
really,
you like nuts, dude.
cause I'm nutty. No, I had this vivid dream that I was a squirrel, and I remember like going into like I was climbing up a tree trunk, and I went into the hole of the tree, like halfway through the tree, and then crawled down it, and I was in this like inverted world, like under the crust of the world.
Yeah.
And it was like the squirrel world where like all the nuts were, and we just like had a shit ton of nuts, and we were just like partying as squirrels. And I was like, yo, this is so real, this is so cool, like I love it.
Yeah, maybe you were, man.
I don't know, maybe all squirrels have nuts under the crust. Who knows?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I used to believe when I was younger,
Yeah, definitely.
and that wasn't even that long ago. Like I was probably a teen when I was still believing that and telling people that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like, it could be. That's more believable than unicorns to me.
I mean, it
that
goes-
you were a squirrel in your past life. That's way more believable than unicorns.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to the movie Glass, and Samuel L. Jackson being like, believe in what you believe to the fullest because you'll be able to use those powers then.
Yeah.
Not that a squirrel really has powers besides gathering nuts, but it's all about like not hearing the hearsay from others, like just believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all need to do that.
Definitely. It's a good message.
Whoa. Excuse me. So, let's talk about this Death Stranding trailer.
Let's do it, dude.
It was a 9-minute trailer, which is insane for a trailer. Like, to me, a trailer should be 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops. This was 9 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like, 3 years in the making, so they kind of had to do something good.
Yeah, 3
And I think
years, which to me, like, felt like 10 years because they've been talking about it forever.
Yeah, so long. But I feel like it's going to be a pretty long game.
I think it's going to be a 100+ hour game.
Really?
Yeah. If you just do storyline, you might be able to beat it in like 50 hours without dying, which really there's no death to it. So this is a Kojima game, which is the maker of Metal Gear Solid. Have you ever played any Metal Gear games?
A little bit, but I've never owned them.
Okay. I've only played a little bit of multiples of them and never really got into them, unfortunately. I never liked the whole sneaking around games, like sneaking corners, this and that. Like to me, like if I'm doing that type of game, I just want to like beat people up. Like even in Assassin's Creed, like I'll sneak for a little bit, but if I get caught, which I usually get caught, I'll just try to fight them all right away.
Yeah, definitely.
Which Metal Gear was completely different from that. It was be as sneaky as you can, kill them silently, and go on. And I guess this game is very similar to that aspect where you don't want to kill people. What I read from it is like you don't want to kill people. You just sort of want to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Like the beginning was really cool. Well, the very, very beginning, do you remember? It was like a baby, like coming out of the womb. It was like a
I don't
baby's face and
remember
like,
seeing that. And there's like a Russian doctor guy.
yeah, like talking
Yeah.
to
You
the
know who that
baby, I
is?
guess. Who is it?
He's an actor.
Do you know who the actor is?
I know he's in the movie Polar
Okay.
on Netflix.
Polar Express.
No, just Polar.
Okay.
And he's like Russian or something, but he's a badass dude.
Yeah.
And they portray the characters like exactly how they look. And you know who the main character is?
He looks so familiar.
Maybe from The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Norman Reedus.
Which I never watched that, but yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Norman Reedus, and he's a great actor.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I love that video games nowadays are literally using actors, and I'm guessing it's probably easier for them, you know, like to like put them in like a system area where like they scan their faces and they know exactly like what they look like.
Yeah.
Like they're probably not just building it, it's like more like a 3D scanner.
Yeah, and it's like voices people recognize already, so it
Yeah.
kind of brings, I don't know, more connection.
Yeah, voice actors nowadays, you have to have them for video games. Like
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
voice acting first happened in video games, it was more like, oh, you're working on this map right now. Can you also say this word for this character?
Yeah.
And it sucked because they're not trained for that.
Yeah.
You know, like nowadays, like video games mean so much to this world and it's advanced so much that people expect a certain quality.
Oh yeah, production
know?
from it. Definitely.
Yeah. So you need to pay for the high fidelity of the actors that are playing these roles, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're getting paid more than any movie or TV show too because games are long.
Dude,
they're super long.
Definitely Norman Reedus made a lot more money off The Walking Dead.
You think so?
I guarantee it. He was probably getting over $1 million per episode or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
No way.
Yeah.
Not
honestly.
$1 million per episode.
Dude.
How many episodes were there?
A lot. I don't know how many seasons. 8 seasons or something?
I'm thinking like 100,000 per episode. Think how much
Even
money
so.
that is. Yeah, well, that's a lot less than $1 million.
For him, it was probably more because he's been on every episode at least that I've seen.
Either way, I mean, I loved what I saw from the trailer. I loved like the beginning of it where he's walking around like in this open world and he has to like get to this higher area. So he brings out his ladder that just extends the whole way.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that.
I thought it was cool.
Dude, and he's carrying that like insanely big backpack.
Why?
Yeah, I don't really like that either. Why couldn't they make it like
it seems
small?
like you're heavy.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like you have to carry all this stuff. Like whatever you have in your bag matters that much that you have to carry it all.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. So this ladder extends out. He's able to traverse, you know, up this mountain from this ladder. And he's walking slow, it seems like. But then he also has a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like this like futuristic motorcycle, which was pretty fast looking.
Yeah. And he also rode a motorcycle in The Walking Dead.
Okay. Do you watch The Walking Dead?
I watched like the first 7 seasons. I don't know what they're on now. 8. Maybe they ended it at 8.
I think they ended it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they ended it. But
You should
yeah,
finish
I did watch
it. Dave and Lindsay would love to talk to you about
Well, it's not on Netflix yet.
Okay.
So, but once, yeah, it will be. I'll finish it.
So that, you know, like the whole traversal of the world looks amazing. It's essentially like a post-apocalyptic world, you know, which is your typical game nowadays. But it's America like trying to like regain their strength from like a terroristical group, I guess. People that are trying to like take down the government or whatever, and you're part of like rebuilding the government because at one point you're talking to the president that's dying. It's this female president that's like in her deathbed, but she's in the Oval Office
Okay.
And she's like, go west, you know, like you just need to go west and like bring this to them or whatever,
Okay.
which I'm guessing is the baby, like the newborn baby that you're carrying that's like in this like embryonic stage.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole baby thing. Like, if
I
it's
don't
like
understand
a
it either, but
life force or
they
something.
keep bringing it up, and it's like, to me, it's like having this baby connected to you, like that's like in this like jelly like liquid, you know, that's literally connected to you like a backpack that you're plugged into. You can, you know what? I just got the idea. So you never die in this game. If
Right.
you die, you go to the underworld. And like these black hands and stuff like come and grab you and
Yep.
pull you under. So you don't die, you just have to find your way back to the living, is what I've heard, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the baby is the key to that, to get back to the living. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't know. There's so much to speculate on with it. Which
So
is kind
much. And Kojima's like that. Like he's the wildest creator that I know, and he like brought all these amazing actors and directors and everything to like make this work, his idea work. And another thing that he brought up was it's not a multiplayer game in any sense, but you can play with people online by like sending them like items and stuff like via online.
Okay. Yeah, I saw there was some sort of like, I forget what it said, some kind of interaction, like non-direct interaction or something.
Let me see. Assist other players. Help other travelers without ever crossing paths via, oh god, I can't pronounce this word. Asynchronosis online gameplay. Send supplies, share safe houses, and walk in the footsteps of fellow couriers to reunite civilization. And then it says, death is not the end. There's no traditional game over. State in Death Stranding. Lose your life during combat, and you'll find yourself in an upside-down realm, searching for a way back to the living. Choose your combat methods carefully, as killing your foe is almost never the solution, and every death carries a consequence. So what do you think that consequence might be?
You lose something maybe, or you get pushed back further in the game. I don't know.
I doubt that. Like, you have to, like, relive, like, certain areas that you already did?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know, man. It's so hard to say.
Or do you think, like, maybe, like, there's, like, multiple different endings?
There has to be some penalty for dying.
Yeah, which it's saying that.
Yeah.
Clearly it's saying that.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
And, like, what if you just stay in that realm? Like, what if you're just, like, you walk away, you know, from, like, without pausing, you just, like, walk away from your TV because your oven's going off with food in it, and then you're like, oh, you, like, come back, like, an hour later, and you're, like, still in that realm,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh.
I imagine you have to find your way out somehow. That's what it looked like, at least, from the little bit of gameplay I saw.
Yeah. So how about the ending? Where that guy, it's like this army soldier, and he's like walking in water.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I forget what he says, but he's like, oh, I already know, like, where I'm at in this world. I don't know. He says something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know that was the ending, because it seemed like there's so many
It was the ending of the trailer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But there's
Like,
like
that
four
seems like
different
your
parts of
enemy.
the game or something.
Yeah, that seems like your enemy.
Yeah.
And then these dudes just come out of the water that look like ghosts that were also soldiers themselves.
Yeah.
And he's smoking a cigarette, and then he throws the cigarette into the liquid that they're standing in, submerged in, and just ignites in flames, and nobody's burning. Like, everything's on fire. It's like these guys are like ghosts, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, they're part of the underworld. It's crazy, man.
Nutty.
I'm excited for it. Like, usually, if this game was any more darker, I feel like I would not be about it. Like, if it was like zombies or like jump scares or anything like that, I would
Yeah.
not be about it in any sense. But this is like the the perfect amount of like, oh, like I'm doing something wrong. I need to get out of this dark world right away.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's good, man.
Dude, it's Kojima.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've never beaten a Metal Gear game, but I know from thousands of people that, millions of people that have played the Metal Gear games that they are like one of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
And the most craziest games, like most mind-bending games. And I feel like this is going to be one of them,
Definitely.
This might be Game of the Year 2019. And actually, I'm going to say this right here on Precisely Podcast, episode 21, that this will be Game of the Year in 2019. This is my prediction already before it even comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you just based on the hype. Like, so many people are going to buy it already. I know I'm going to buy it, but
I'm going to buy it too.
so many people will just because it's been hyped up for so long,
Since
or people
2016.
are expecting a lot. Yeah.
And he's been like, Kojima has been so secret about, like, this is a PlayStation exclusive, right?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even show Sony what he was working on.
Right on.
Like, that's insane. Like, he actually, last year, I believe, he showed the makers of God of War it, because he's using the same engine as they use. And he's like, here's a little glimpse of it, and he showed them gameplay of it. But it was like, they all had to, like, sign waivers, like, being like, we will not talk about this.
Yeah, NDAs.
Yeah, and they were hype about it. They're like, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Like, can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all they could say. So, yeah, I'm super ecstatic for Death Stranding, and I would love to hear what you guys think about it as well, because it's about to get real. Like, I feel like 2019's been a little slow with video games. Like, a bunch of, like, indie games, really good indie games, but, like, 2018 was just so good.
Yeah.
With everything. Assassin's Creed, God of War. I want to say Breath of the Wild, but that came out the year before. Spider-Man, all these great games. So we'll see. Have you heard about the new Call of Duty?
No, I haven't. What's it, where are we at now with Call of Duty?
Like, what's the name of it?
Yeah, and I guess what era is it? Yeah, give me the info.
It's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
That's it?
Yep. They
Alright.
went back. They went back to the original because they couldn't think of anything better.
And
it's not going to be a remake of it. It's going to be its own thing. Like, it's going to be very what we're going through today. So much that the preview of it, like the first campaign, is about a terroristic attack. And like, you see like a U-Haul truck going down and like blows up a building or whatever.
okay.
And you're watching this like all in first person. And then you, as like the army, gets information to infiltrate a house of these terrorists that did this attack. So instead of like usual Call of Duty games where it's like you're on a field and you're like ducking behind bunkers and this and that,
Yeah.
you're literally going into someone's house, like in London. So it's very tight corners. And you like see a lady right away and you hush her, silence her. You walk into a room where a bunch of people are talking about what just happened,
Yeah.
and you have to like choose who you want to kill, because they're not grabbing their guns right away. Like, they're not armed right away. They're terrorists though.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So like, what do you think about that? Like, showing something that real?
I'm fine with it.
Is that it? Like, do you think like that's wrong in any way? Like,
No. It's real, right? Terrorism's real. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's totally real. But like,
it bothers
it's
me
almost
that it's a
too
thing.
real.
It's a video game.
It's a video game of real life. Like, this is
Yeah,
what
so are the
this
other
is
ones.
what like, we're going through.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's offensive or wrong at all.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. I'm gonna play it.
I think it's scary, like how real it might be. especially because like we're on the realm of like the PS4 to PS5, you know, the new Xbox to the Xbox One,
Yeah.
and like so it's probably going to be for both platforms, but like on the PS5 it's just going to look so real. I feel like where you're just like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to shoot this unarmed man, but I also know that he's a terrorist. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if that's like, if you're that, I don't know when to use. I'm gonna say if you're that sensitive to it, uh, it's not for you, right?
so I also heard, I didn't watch the full trailer, but I also heard like you become this like, at one point you're like this little kid like under 10 years old,
Yeah.
and like some terrorist like comes and grabs you. Like I don't know what part you are in. I didn't see this part. I heard this part, and you have to like grab like whatever you can find, and you like find a screwdriver and you have to like stab it into him.
Yeah.
You know, like what about that? Like, is that too real,
No.
or is that like what video games should be?
Yeah, I think that's just like what I guess in my opinion when it comes to video games there is no is that too real, That's what they're kind of going for in a lot of especially with well, maybe not always now with Call of Duty, but at first, right? That's what it was about with Modern Warfare. It was like
No, it's more like
trying to
this is,
simulate it and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
but this is armies. You know, we're fighting this army. Now it's like we're going into people's houses that we claim to be terrorists, or that the government tells us are terrorists.
Yeah.
We find out that they're terrorists while listening to them, you know, pass the door.
yeah, well,
Break
that's
in and then
modern
shoot 'em
warfare.
down.
That's what they're trying to
Exactly.
get to, right?
Yeah. So what do you think about the name? Just keeping the name.
Yeah,
Sort of
fine.
like what God of War did, you know? They're up to like, this would have been like God of War 3 or 4,
Yeah,
but they just went back to God of War. So,
I'm fine with it.
all right.
People know.
So will you be buying that when it comes out?
I think so. I'm a pretty big Call of Duty fan,
Yeah.
so
I might buy it
it
too,
sounds
actually.
good. Yeah,
And that, as much as I'm like weirded out by it, I might actually play the campaign on it, which I've never played a campaign longer than like 5 minutes on any Call of Duty.
really.
Yeah.
I don't mind the campaigns.
I'm just a multiplayer fanatic.
Yeah,
when it
that's
comes
what
to
I'm-
Call of Duty.
I'm definitely more interested to see what the multiplayer is like.
Yeah. But that campaign seems like, all right, this is so real that I might, like, they might be doing more than just like, oh, we're in this giant field where helicopters are flying around and this and that. We're shooting
Yeah.
people, like, whatever.
Yeah,
Like, this is like, boom, we're in the city of London breaking down doors.
yeah, no
You know?
doubt.
Crazy. You want to get to topics?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
I feel like we've been talking about recent news way too much, and I feel like we're not the most recent news of people, but I came hard with all these things.
We'll talk about what we want to talk about.
All right. So if you could take any attribute from video games and apply them to your life, what would it be?
Probably to like hold a bunch of stuff without having to have a big ass bag.
I love it. Right?
Dude, that's the best thing.
I love that answer. That's great.
Yeah, it would be so convenient. Right?
Yeah.
You could-
Honestly, it would be like convenient to like just be a video game for so many reasons. Like I feel like we could name everything about a video game, like a
It's just
modern day
way easier.
video game. It's
you get hit by a car, just restart.
yeah,
You know?
that too. So mine would be, oh, you want to sleep to regain your health
Oh, that's a
and
good one.
like your memory and all that. Like, oh, sleep. How long? Do you want to sleep for 4 hours? Do you want to sleep for 8 hours? Do you want to sleep for 12 hours? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me do an 8 hour sleep. And then you just knock out right away. And then you wake up the next day and you're bright eyed, bushy tailed with full health, you know, full attributes. And you're like, cool, I'm
Yeah.
ready to rock and roll.
That would be nice. Sometimes I do have trouble falling asleep. It'd be nice to just be like 8 hours or whatever, 6
Yeah.
hours, not even have to think about it.
Or another thing that I thought about would just be like gaining experience and like actually having an experience counter where you're like, all
Some
right,
sort of way to quantify it and like
Yeah, like-
measure it out. Yeah.
like, all right, I'm going to work out for an hour. How much experience am I going to gain from this?
Yeah.
You know, which honestly, I feel like they could make something like that.
I don't know. It's different for everyone. So.
It is, but even if it's like random-ish, you know, but sort of accurate, but sort of not,
Yeah.
that would actually be a good app.
I don't know how they would do that.
Just like gain like put
What
in
kind
your
of
heartbeat,
experience?
put in your heartbeat to, you know, like how long you were working out, what you were doing. And then add
what's
that as
experience?
experience. Like everyone starts at level 1.
Yeah, but like, what do you? I don't. It's so many. Are you just like training to run a marathon? Are you training to be a bodybuilder?
I don't know. Like everyone would be different, I guess.
Strongman? Yeah.
You like have to put in your attributes first.
Yeah.
Like how much do you weigh? Maybe like what's your muscle mass, which a lot of people wouldn't know, but
Yeah, and then what you're aiming for, I guess. So
Yeah.
if you were just training for one thing specifically,
Yeah.
I could see how it would work.
yeah.
You know, oh, your mile was 5 seconds faster today.
Yeah. Be a good app.
Yeah, it'd be hard though to compare it to other people. You know, you'd almost have to get the experience.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Like a 6-year-old boy could be like, "Oh yeah, I'm level 50," and you're like, "So like level 20 for
yeah,
yourself."
but you would have to match him up with, you know, other people his age, weight class.
Yeah. Definitely be different. Yeah.
Yeah,
So cool idea.
yeah, I like it.
Which might happen
Yeah.
sometime once I make it.
Yeah, I mean they do have apps and stuff where you can get like a group of people and then do fitness training and see who like lost the most weight, whose heart rate was the highest during workouts and
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can monitor all that and they link it online and do like competition or
Oh,
whatever
that's
or
cool.
just for yourself to know.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that. So anything else for video game attributes?
I don't know. I think that would probably be it, man, just to have, you know, be able to have all kinds of changes of clothes on you and stuff.
Yeah.
I think
And it
just
never shows.
carry all that stuff and you don't even maybe
Yeah.
you get like a fanny pack or something. You get a million things in it.
Yeah. What's your topic? I know we didn't bring up or we brought up your topic last week, which if you haven't listened to last week's podcast, please do because it's a wild one.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So I believe we were going to talk about best bargain you ever got or best deal you ever made.
Yeah. And I mean, I've made a lot of deals, especially like collecting video games and all that. But one that comes to mind was I found a Craigslist ad for like a complete in-box Game Boy Advance with like I think it was like 8 to 10 different games that were all complete in box, plus
Really?
like a random Pokemon cartridge.
Yeah.
And there was just one listing, you know, and I'm like, I contacted them right away, and I'm like, hey, I'm very interested. It was like $70 for it, right? For that whole package.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, come over, you know. So I went there, and I'm looking at it, and like everything that was there and the condition that it was in, like all the boxes were just like pristine, everything like complete in box. Some of the games, you know, are just like dumb games like Uno, you know, Uno and Jeopardy or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, there's like Harry Potter games, which, you know, go for a decent amount, but there was these Pokemon games and like some complete in box Pokemon games too that go for 60 to $120, and then a complete in-box Game Boy Advance, which is easily $100. So gave her the $70 for that package, and I was like, do you have any more video games? And I always ask that, and I encourage everyone, if you're ever picking up a deal or if you're contacting someone through email, through Craigslist or OfferUp, always ask them, do you have any more, you know, of what you're looking for video game wise. And she was like, yeah, we have 2 more bundles that we haven't posted up on Craigslist of like similar things. And I was like, oh, okay, I see them. Sure enough, they had 3 boys that outgrew all these games, like in college, probably my age. They don't care about it. So there was 3 Game Boy Advances, complete in box, a white one, purple one and a limited edition silver one from Toys R Us, which is super rare.
Yeah.
And I probably got 5 Pokemon games out of it, 3 of them being complete in box, and then 25 other complete in box Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance games, all for like, I think I paid her like $200
Wow.
for them all. And like price wise, like what I could sell it for, what I did sell a lot of it for, like, I mean, I made my money back by tenfold, like easily $1,000 worth of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah. So like to me that was an amazing deal. I found other deals that were great like that too, but that one like definitely rings a bell where I was just like, wow. Like keep your mouth shut, like don't look so excited.
Yeah.
You know. Like it would have been $210 and I was like, "Can I buy all 3 of them for, a little cheaper?" And she's like, "I'll do them for $200." I was like, "Cool." Like I had the cash on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Here you are." Like knowing like what everything's worth, visually.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah.
That's awesome. That is great.
Easily $800 profit.
Yeah.
But I kept a lot. Like Nintendo Raccoon, I sent him the limited edition Game Boy Advance CIB, and he was in tears about it. Like once he received it, it took a month to get to him in Hungary, but he's the one that made our logo, and like I sent that to him before he even made our logo, but he sent me the T-shirts that started our logo that I'm rocking one right now from Hungary, which is the Game Boy Advance face, and I was like, sent him that, and he was just like, "Dude, this, like, you're way too nice to me, like, I don't deserve this." And I was like, "You do, like, you went out your way to make 2 T-shirts for me, you sent those to me, plus an N64 game that I can't get into the States, that wasn't a United States game."
Yeah.
I was like, "You're way too nice to me. Like, I just want to reciprocate that, And I've sent him other things since then, but when I asked him to make our Precisely podcast logo, he was all about it. And he's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Honestly, I want that Game Boy skull face that you made us, but like with a full body, with him drinking a beer and a bunch of video game like controllers and games around him." And he's like, "Got you, man."
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Amazing dude. And it's like amazing to meet the people that you meet on social media. And like I encourage you, Tony, to start fucking social media. Oh, that might have been my first F word, right?
Yeah, put some coins in the swear jar, bro.
How many? There we go. That was like 11 cents. Was that really my first F word?
I don't know.
I think so, actually.
Impressive.
Very impressive. When you think about not cursing, you don't curse.
Yeah, we didn't curse that much. I might have had 2.
I might have to tell my parents to listen to this one.
Yeah, they should. They'll like it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Kayla brings out the worst in us.
She does. She really does. But people like her.
Yeah.
People have been messaging me and they're like, "Oh, your wife's great. You should have her on more." I'm like, "Man, we just curse a lot when we're together, though." But yeah, either way, that was one of my best bargains. How about you?
So, there's a couple that come to mind, but do you remember one time we went to Just Press Play in Lidditz?
Yeah.
And we were leaving, getting in the truck, and this guy came out.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Do you guys want a bottle of Jaeger?"
And I was like, "No." Like, he looked homeless.
He looked a little shady. He
Yeah.
could have been a drug addict or
Yeah, I was
alcoholic.
like, no. As much as I like alcohol, I don't like Jaeger, and I don't like how you look. But yeah, keep going.
So then we like get in the car. We're like, no. And then I was like, you know what? We'll take the bottle of Jaeger. So get a free bottle of Jaeger. I think I gave the guy $5 or something for it.
Yeah,
So,
I told you to give him money.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't just take a bottle of Jaeger from an alcoholic that was literally like,
He
I don't
was like,
need
I
this.
bought it. I think I made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Do you
He
guys
was like,
want it?
I don't need this.
Yeah.
I want to give it away. Just take it from me.
So that was a great bargain. Bottle of Jaeger for $5,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that was a great bargain.
Secondly, dude, shout out Westie's discount beer section.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Great bargains every day.
every day. Local beer store that actually discounts their beer.
Yeah, they have a whole section, and I mean,
It's always good beer.
95% of the time the beer is good.
Literally, it's always good. They actually look at the expiration dates, and like before they're expired, they'll put them on this discount rack. Which, like, to me, like, beer doesn't really expire as long as you keep it in a dark, cool place,
Yeah, exactly.
which all beer distributors are.
Yeah,
But no beer distributor does this unless it's Westies.
yeah,
Like, they just get it all. Like, they have some beer that's like a 24 pack in a brown cardboard box, but the price tag on it is $250.
yeah.
And you're like, like,
Too much.
yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. But like, that's so cool that they get that type of beer in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like from Germany or whatever. Like,
Definitely.
really authentic stuff. But yeah, no, yeah, definitely good bargains there
Yeah.
for sure.
So that, and then lastly, I would have to say my classic Vans shoes,
Yeah,
$50, dude. They go with everything. Constant bargain.
constant bargain,
Yeah.
but that's their price.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
So every time I get them, it's like,
it's a good bargain to you.
yeah, it's a good deal.
All right, fair
Don't you
enough.
think?
I guess I'm not a Vans person.
Yeah. Well, $50 for any shoe. That's a good deal.
I'm more of a boot person, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's all kinds of bargains you can find, right? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Let me tell you. So after beating Yakuza 6, I was like, I beat that Saturday before we recorded the podcast, episode 20. And on Sunday, had nothing really planned to do. And we had Monday off of work, which is never, from Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So I was like, what should I do? You were hitting me up. You're like, yo, let's make some steak. Let's hang
Yeah.
out. Let's party. But like my whole mindset on Sundays is relax.
Yeah, dude. I just want to make a big steak.
I'm like,
honestly.
don't drink. Don't go crazy. Just relax, chill
Yeah.
out because you work the next day. But I also knew that I didn't work the next day, but I was like, no, I'm just going to chill. Like, sorry, Tony. Let's make the steak Monday,
Yeah.
So Sunday, like, I was really bored out of my mind, and mainly because I could not find a game that kept my interest that long. So I literally played like 10 different games while my wife was sleeping, like just like trying to find something to like get that itch that Yakuza gave me.
Yeah.
So I started playing Fable on the Xbox that I bought from Play and Trade.
Oh, nice.
Cool game. I mean, it's obviously very dated since it's an original Xbox game.
Yeah.
I'm working on a small TV screen, so like sitting down while playing it, like it was hard to like read everything. But really, I didn't have to because there's voice acting. But man, the voice acting sucks. And it goes back to what we were talking about. Like literally, it was like, oh, you're working on this character's face. Can you talk for him too? Like voice acting sucks, and it's probably one of the first games that had that much voice acting. Like every character had a different voice. And I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely.
like it's hard to listen to it. So I played that for like an hour and a half, like, and it's all about like being good or being bad. Like I caught this one guy like cheating on his wife, like with another girl, and he was like, "I'll give you one gold coin if you don't tell anyone." I was like, "Sure, I'll take a gold coin. I won't tell anyone." Like whatever. Took that gold coin. Sure enough, the cop in the town knew that I
Oh
took
my
that gold
gosh.
coin. I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah.
So then like my meter went bad,
Yeah.
and down. I'm like, oh, like, am I already ruining my playthrough on this game? Like, literally.
Well, I guess you can play it either way, right? Just like Red Dead.
Yeah. I was talking to Ruthie about it at work because she played through it, and she was like revealing things to me that I didn't want to hear. I'm like, if I do end up playing through this game, like, I don't want to know like what you're telling me, but like, supposedly in the beginning you can be bad or good,
Yeah.
but you can like switch it around. and like go back to like being good or bad. So
Yeah.
there might be two different endings to the game. I haven't looked it up. But that didn't really like get me anywhere like mindset wise where I was like, all right, I want to keep playing this. So I started playing Assassin's Creed again. That was rough. Like knowing where I was and everything, like wasn't doing it for me either. Had to turn that off. Played some Overcooked, which is the free one of the free games for PlayStation Online.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. So played that. Uh, beat like the the training level that like you have to play to like know how to play the game.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a multiplayer game. Like you need to have people playing with you that know what they're doing. It
Yeah,
is
okay.
so hard.
Is it?
It is so ridiculously hard. It like yeah, and playing it one person like you have to control multiple cooks doing certain things. So you press a certain button to control that cook, make them chop these onions while then you press another button to make that cook start running to the soup bowl and like have him chop onions.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's such a patternized game. Can't do it. I'm not for me. Thought I was good on the first level, and then the second level came. I was like, nope, not doing this. Then I put in Katamari Reroll for the Switch, which I'm a huge fan of Katamari. And I sat down, laid down on the couch with that, and I played that probably for 2 hours and like loving it. I was like, this is great, this is amazing. But eventually just got tired of rolling around. Like, I'm probably close to the end of that game,
Yeah.
but just couldn't beat it. I was just like, not today, you know? Love the game though. Amazing soundtrack, fun dynamics on any sense. Like if you've never played a Katamari game, please go look it up. It's almost for any system. They have one for it. Then I ended up playing Pokemon Red Chapter, which I've been playing for the Game Boy Advance, and I ended with that Sunday night and really loving it. Like I thought like I have like right now I have like 80 Pokemon that I caught and only 4 badges, which is insane to me. But there's also multiple generations in this game. It's not just the first or just the second generation of Pokemon. It's like all 3 generations.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But there's all these cutscenes in it where like you have to do certain things to get to certain parts. And I like a lot of towns that you visit, the gym leader's not there. So I've been to like 8 towns and the gym leaders aren't there. But now I've gotten to this point where these gym leaders are like all like Team Rocket base. So I think once I beat those people in like the Team Rocket area that I'm at right now, they'll go back to their gyms hopefully, and then I can beat them there. But I mean, it's a ROM hack, and the characters that I'm talking to in the game are like, it like breaks the third wall where they're like, "What? You think this is a Game Boy Advance game?" you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's really funny, like the commentary on it, and like this one guy was like, "Man, this ROM hack sucks. Like the guy didn't even finish it." I'm like, "Am I playing a broken game right now? Like, is there an ending to this? Like, can I actually finish this game?" But I'm still playing it. Like, there's still things to do.
Yeah.
It's just super long, like, for a Pokemon game. I'm up to, like, 40 hours with 80 Pokemon and only 4
Damn.
badges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. Also, on top of that, I got a game in the mail that I ordered, like, over a month ago from Japan called Zigzag Cat. So much fun. Such a cool game. You can't understand anything in it because it's in Japanese, but
Yeah.
you can sort of know how like there's like an overworld where like you have to talk to people like sort of like a Final Fantasy RPG game. You have no idea what they're saying, but like you can figure out how to get to the next level. And what it is like you're this old boy with like this old like bird thing that turns into a ball and it becomes a block breaker game. So the bird is a ball that like you have to bounce off of your like little like platform that breaks blocks or these enemies that are coming down at you. Super fun. Like I love block breaker games. It reminds me of Arkanoid, if you're familiar with that. No.
No.
Um, really fun game, really cool, cutesy graphics and music and all that. So I played a decent amount of that as well and enjoyed that, but eventually that got old too. So now I found the game that I wanted to go back to, and it's because of Unsealed Games, the guy that won our raffle, our original raffle for Pokemon Red Chapter, actually.
Okay.
He had a video of him dancing with Red Dead Redemption as like a cowboy.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I haven't played this game in forever because precisely Tony messed up my save and ruined the ending for me. He's like, man, you gotta play again. And I put it back in because I still have it on my PS4. And I'm still rocking the 500 gigabyte PS4. So I'm running out of space with Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption and then all the other games that I have downloaded on it. I literally have to and Persona 5. I literally have to delete games to play any other game that I want to play.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to beat one of these, and my wife's playing Persona 5 now. So I'm like, I'm going to go back to Red Dead, since Assassin's Creed isn't doing it for me right now. And I started playing that, man, and wow, I love it. Like,
Such a good game.
I'm so glad I went back to it. Like, it's so ridiculous of a game, like the amount of stuff that you can do, and I can't wait to talk about it more. I know we're going over time on the podcast, but like, so much fun. Like, I caught this dude like way up north, and it was like, don't kill him. So I lassoed him and I put him on the back of my horse. And you remember that doctor that invented the electric chair?
No.
You ever get to that side quest?
No, I don't think so.
He's like in the big city.
All right.
But I saw the side quest way up north, like super far up north, and I rode all the way up there, caught this dude, and brought him back to the doctor, and he's like, "Oh, now we can see if my electric chair works." And the whole time, like I'm telling this guy that's tied up, I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna die right away, but once you die, you're gonna die humanely."
Yeah.
And he's just freaking out in the back of my horse the whole time, and it's funny because like I'm not going the pathway that the map is telling me to go. I'm just going to go straight, which is the more direct way.
Yeah.
But I'm like going through like deep water with him on it. And he's like just trying to breathe the whole time while tied up. Like his face keeps going in the water.
Just
and he like
suffering.
Yeah, and he keeps coming back up, like trying to catch his breath. I'm like, oh man, like this is so realistic. Like it's so great. But I also noticed like I'm up to chapter 4 from when I stopped, and I like completed one of the missions, the main quest mission where you have to like go and find the grave robbers. Do you remember that from the Italian guy?
Yeah.
So like after that, I noticed Arthur start coughing here and there. Like I was playing a poker game and he was coughing.
Yeah, he gets sick.
Yeah, but like it hasn't happened yet, but he started coughing now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, it gets bad. It actually it gets hard to play the game at one point.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and that's like what I didn't want to deal with, but I want to finish the game. But I'm also like, I also was taking my time the whole time too while playing the game when it first came out, and like I literally have no side quests left, so I'm just gonna keep going with the main mission, and like see where it takes me.
Yeah.
But like I also wanted to get everything else that I could get that's available right now, which there's so many things available, like just running through the map and people call out to you and stuff. Like this one lady was like, "Oh, I broke my leg."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't believe you, but like
There's always stuff.
Yeah, but like I did believe her, and then she came up, pulled a gun on me, and I just shot her in the face, like blew her fucking face off.
Yeah.
Coin. Let me put a coin in. Sorry, Mom. Blew her face off, and these other two guys came up, and I shot them in the face. But yeah, no, I'm excited to play more,
Dude, you know you were just telling me you think the new Call of Duty might be too real, having terrorists in it, and you're talking about shooting a woman's face off. So what's the difference?
It's country time. It's old times. It's like 1800s.
No difference.
1900s, I guess. This is modern day, though.
So what?
Modern, it's just like too real because it's like this could happen to you.
It hits too close to him.
Yeah,
I guess.
that's what I'm saying. But with that, you got anything else you want to plug?
That's it, man. Let's wrap it up. Oh, we got stickers in the mail today.
Yeah, we just got Precisely Podcast stickers. So if you guys get anything from us, we're going to send them to you. We'll send some out. We're going to be handing them out at Too Many Games. We're going to be going Sunday with our friends Highway Tokel, Tyler Manning's Game Corner, and Blaster Master 86, who has not been on the podcast yet but should be. Shout out to you, Ryan. Hopefully you're listening to this, but I know you're not. But yeah, we'll be there at Too Many Games on Sunday, not Saturday, like we said. I believe it's June 24th. We'll be there most of the day Sunday. Not all day because Tony has plans and his Father's Day.
No, Father's Day is not the 24th.
Oh.
I thought it was the weekend before.
Oh, okay. So we're good. We're golden.
We're good.
All right, we're going to be there all day.
All right.
So hopefully you see us there. We'll have stickers. We'll be handing them out. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Precisely Podcast. Follow me at Bose_Game Room and follow Tony at Precisely_Tony. We also will be asking you guys on our next image that we post up, what character do you think would win in a battle? Chrono from Chrono Triggers or Ness from Earthbound? So come in with your ideas on who would win and why they would win. We would love to know. Our buddy Matt's Video Game Corner just drew up a really awesome image and sent it to me, so we're going to be posting that soon after we're done recording this and see what you guys answer with that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
We are Precisely, and we out.